Okay, last one for the evening, then I'm going to go to bed. This is page 14 out of my book, Out of Darkness. Let's talk about some of my faults for a minute. I don't want to put all the blame on Jenna. I was the head of the household. I'm dad, the protector, the provider. And that means the most important job I had was the spiritual leader. I was to set an example of how to interact with our God, and also my children would draw from our relationship what they can expect from God. Jenna was not always honest with our children, and I didn't agree with that at all. I was always honest with the boys, even when it showed I was not perfect. It's not easy to let your children see your weaknesses. Jenna actually believed lying was best, but that's not what she grew up with. And for the most part, that is what she grew up with. And for the most part, I grew up with honest parents. God never blesses a lie. He always blesses the truth. My parents were certainly not perfect. I'm finding more out. Anyway, around the time Corbin was born, I quit hard drugs like meth and cocaine. 8.5 years, I stuck to weed and beer. Then K2 came out. I had gone to El Paso to visit my cousin Jacob, who was stationed at Fort Bliss. He told me about several of his army buddies were smoking legal weed. When I got back to Amarillo, I told Aaron Argo, a friend of mine, about legal weed because he was on parole. We went to the music box and grabbed a 3-gram bag of K2 Pink and rolled a doobie. He hit it and took a few hits and looked at me and said, "Dude, I am stoned." So I would like to state that K2 got a bad name for no reason. There were no side effects, no withdrawals, no uncontrollable cravings. It was very much like weed. It really only lacked the taste. Otherwise, you couldn't tell the difference. I thought it was pretty cool, but I liked my buds, so I stayed true to my Mary Jane. A couple people had died from an allergic reaction, probably from the medium the chemical was on, like laudemania or something. That year in September, they banned it from being shipped to the U.S. All the media coverage made everyone real curious about legal weed, which had pretty much been only in certain circles. Popularity of synthetic marijuana exploded. K2 never hit the shelves again. Instead, a new chemical flooded in from China. Jenna and I had decided I would go back to the pipeline. Since this legal weed was in every head shop around, I picked up 3 10-gram bags, and Joel, Jenna's dad, and I were off to the pipeline. Now, let me tell you about this new chemical in this legal weed, which I'll refer to as spice from here on out. The effect of spice were layered, as in every hit put on another layer of intoxication. You could literally smoke yourself stupid. Effects of spice could vary from bowl to bowl depending on how evenly the chemical was applied. Intensity varied from hit to hit. You could experience a blissful euphoria, hallucinations, extreme fear or terror, visions, lost blocks of time that could be hours, drooling, slurred speech, loss of motor function, and a very zombie-like state. Side effects could be extreme paranoia, mental and physical addiction, extreme cravings, even through the night. You may have to wake up 5 or 6 times to take a hit. Withdrawals were certain if you ran out, which meant acid reflux, fatigue, night terrors if you could sleep, sleeplessness, uncontrollable outbursts of rage. When withdrawing, you could not get stoned off regular weed, nor did alcohol have any noticeable effect. Hungry but couldn't eat. body pain, and unbearable mental anguish like being in a nightmare you cannot wake up from. The chemical from China was by far the worst drug on every level that I have gone through or even witnessed. I have tried every drug known to man except DMT, which now I have tried that, and nothing I've done or seen even close to the severity and devastation of that drug that came from China. After that pipeline job ended, I came home and tried to withdraw, but I failed. I put my family through all of those symptoms for the better part of 3 years. It was a slow process to wean myself off of the drug, but I did it eventually, and I never looked back. I will give one example of the visions I had. I had stopped on the way home at the Green Gorilla. I picked up a 3-gram bag of spice called WTF, which stands for what the fuck. On the front of the bag was a cartoon man taking a dump, and he's sitting on the toilet and he's looking all crazy. His eyes are kind of bugged out, and he's holding one square of toilet paper left that he's just pulled off the roll, and what the fuck, right? Okay, well, I just so happen to need to go myself, so I'm on the toilet and I take 2 pinch hits of this spice, and by the time I'm ready to wipe my butt, I was so high that it was a very careful operation not to make a mess everywhere, just to wipe myself. I finally am able to wipe, and I stand up and try to zip and button my pants and put my belt on. At this point, I am unable mentally to use my motor functions to complete this task. So I have an idea. Jenna, I'll find her and I'll go find her and she'll help me put my pants on. Now I'm using my 2 hands to hold up my pants as I walk out of our master bedroom into our bedroom. And then I made my way through the bedroom door and pulled it open and found myself in some other house. Whose, I don't know. I see another door, so I walk through that door and I push it open to find myself in another strange room and another strange house. This went on for what felt like an hour. I opened probably 50 or more doors. After about the fifth or sixth one, I got this horrible feeling that my family was gone and I had to find them. Then at last, finally, and I'm opening door after door after door, and I'm freaking out because I can't. Okay, anyway, the kitchen door. Then at last I opened the door and I ran into the living room and I walked around the corner and seen Jenna on the porch outside the kitchen door. I ran to her and was almost crying, saying I couldn't find you and I was looking everywhere and you were gone. The kids were gone and I was terrified. Well, she was on the porch smoking a cigarette, talking to a couple of friends that had shown up. Looking back, I believe that's what the abyss is like. Just pure nothingness. No hope, no joy, no people you love. And no matter how far you look or how many doors you open, you'll never find what you're looking for. I believe I was given a glimpse of life in hell. What separation from God feels like. Complete absence of anything good. Honestly, this experience is a pretty accurate picture of what life for an addict is like. We are people searching for anything that will ease the pain, take the edge off the suffering. It could be food, money, gambling, a person, drugs, gaming systems, or even work. Anything that will change the way you feel or just make you not feel at all. I would say most addicts even forget why they started using in the first place. I know I did. I call it witchcraft now that I know. If you forget or don't know what happened in your past, you are doomed to repeat it. It's a self-fulfilling curse. The Greek word pharmakia means sorcery, the use of mind-altering drugs. That's page 18.